Welcome to ECNTRADE daily video. Before we begin, it should be noted that any advice is of a general nature only and that your personal circumstances have not been taken into consideration.
Hello everyone, my name is Rob Clayton and thank you for joining me. The Australian dollar continues to swing in and out of losses and gains. After much hesitation towards the topside level of 69.95, the market is backed away again from numerous attempts and now puts a slightly bearish focus back into play, and therefore looking down towards the region of 69.35. I could even see a break towards 68.85, and with the base holding at 68 figure 35 where the 60-day moving average is. All eyes were on RBA Governor Phil Lowe as he takes the stand to speak, and along with that, the market was trying to assess further clues about the likely monetary policy action in March. He did appear somewhat slightly dovish in consistency of his recent talks, and along with that we do get this week the Australian employment data and also the US retail sales. Viewing the euro, the market is somewhat hesitant to take the challenge to the top side as the dollar index, which measures the greenback strength against a basket of 6 major currencies, remains flat at 103.20. In overnight, a slightly disappointing US CPI report which showed inflation is continuing to slow, but perhaps not as quickly or smoothly as hoped. The annual consumer inflation for January printed at 6.4% year on year, slightly easing from 6.5% in December, but coming in higher than the market estimate of 6.2%. In light of that, the market is a little bit jittery that the US Federal Reserve may continue its rate hikes and therefore maybe even seeing a little bit more gains coming out of the US dollar. Looking at the current pattern, the topside challenge at 107.80.90 failed and therefore has put the focus back towards 106.65 with 106.20 seen beneath. Looking at dollar yen, the market is still challenging this topside key level at 132.80.90. A break there would give further exposure, which I feel, considering the technicals are bullish right across the board here from the ADX, RSI and MACD to 134 to 136 as a potential target. With sturdy clearing the 121.45 level, now gives further scope up towards the region of 122.20. Even though we did see a challenge there briefly overnight, I'm not ruling out another attempt. So before we see any bearish activity, I feel the market may pick up a little more of a bid tone and take the challenge towards that top side. The gold is still wearing lower in terms of the support, failing to hold. And the fact is that we are looking towards the region of 1,820.26 from the confirmation break of 1,860 and reassess. To turn this focus around, we do need to see a climb through 1,876, which at the moment does look like it's quite some distance. So therefore, the bears will continue as the ADX trends to a bear case. Looking at the oil, the market took a challenge to the downside level around 76.90.95 and respected it, but the market still appears somewhat wobbling towards this bullish outlook. Therefore, we may see a failed attempt, or many attempts as we've seen, around that $82 and instead look towards the downside. A break at 76.90 will give us a view towards 75.60.80. Well, that wraps it for today. Thank you very much for joining me. And as always, look out for the intraday report. I hope you enjoy the rest of the day.